Disney Storybook Countdown Advent Calendar, the countdown to Christmas with 24 festive books. We're on 19, y'all. So let's get to cracking. Oh, good gravy. The Jungle Book by Disney. Raised by wolves, Mowgli, the man cub, has grown up in the jungle, but now in danger from a tiger. Mowgli must journey to the man village and learn about the bare necessities of life. Autumn Publishing, 2024. Deep in the jungle, Bagheera the panther was out hunting. Suddenly heard a strange crying sound coming from the river. He followed the sound and discovered a basket with a tiny baby boy inside. "It's a man cub," said Bagheera. He took the boy to the wolves as he knew they would look after him. They named him the man cub Mowgli. He grew up safe and happy in the jungle. But everything changed when Mowgli was 10 years old. Shere Khan, the man-eating tiger, heard about Man Cub and came searching for him. To keep Mowgli safe, Bagheera said he'd take him to the man village. Mowgli was angry and upset. He didn't want to leave his home in the jungle. When darkness fell, Bagheera and Mowgli climbed a tree and settled down to sleep on a branch. Nearby, hiding under some leaves, was Kaa the python. As soon as Bagheera was asleep, Kaa slithered toward the man cub. His shining eyes seemed to have a magic power. Mowgli quickly began to sink into a deep trance. Slowly, Kaa started to wind himself around the boy, ready to swallow him up. Suddenly, Bagheera woke up and sprung at Kaa. He struck the snake with his paw and then sent him slithering away into the jungle. Finally safe, the panther and man cub went to sleep. The next morning, Bagheera told Mowgli they had to continue their journey to the man village. But Mowgli refused to go. He grabbed a hold of a tree trunk and held on tightly. Bagheera was very cross and ran off, leaving the man cub all alone. It wasn't long before Mowgli met a friendly bear called Baloo. He told Baloo how much he wanted to stay in the jungle, and Baloo agreed to teach his new friend all about the bare necessities of life. Soon Mowgli could fight like a bear, growl like a bear, and even scratch like a bear. One day, some monkeys suddenly appeared and grabbed Mowgli. Baloo woke up with a jump, and it was too late. The monkeys were already carrying Mowgli off to the ruined temple where they lived. Luckily, Bagheera heard Mowgli's cries and rushed to the river. He found Baloo, who explained what had happened. At the ruined temple, Louie, the king of the apes, was sitting on his throne waiting for the man cub to arrive. Louie offered help to Mowgli to stay in the jungle. In return, he wanted to learn how to make fire. But Mowgli could explain that he didn't know how to do that. Louie declared that they would have a great feast in honor of their guest. Baloo and Bagheera reached the temple just in time to see Louie leap from his throne and start to sing and dance in the celebration of Man Cub's arrival. Baloo had an idea. He dressed in some coconut shells and leaves so that he was disguised. Then he waved at Louie. The king was completely fooled by this new arrival and rushed over to dance with him. He had no idea that in that disguise was really Baloo. As Baloo and King Louie were dancing, Bagheera tried to escape to rescue Mowgli. Despite the monkeys guarding the boy, the cunning panther was able to grab his friend. They both escaped with Baloo back into the jungle. That night, as Mowgli slept, Bagheera explained to Baloo why the boy had to be taken to the man village. Despite how much he loved spending time with his friends, Baloo agreed Mowgli would be safer there than in the jungle. But the next day, when Baloo told his friend he had to go to the man village, Mowgli ran off. Later that day, Mowgli met 4 vultures. The vulture could see Mowgli was upset, sang a friendship song to cheer him up. It wasn't long before Shere Khan overheard the singing. Emerging from the shadows, the tiger gave a loud roar, taking the man cub by surprise. Mowgli refused to run from the tiger. Shere Khan countered to 10, then leaped at Mowgli, roaring with all his claws out and his mouth wide open. Baloo arrived just in time and pulled Shere Khan's tail so hard that the tiger fell short of the man cub. Shere Khan roared with rage as he dragged Baloo behind him. Eventually, the furious tiger managed to flip Baloo over his head. The bear hit the ground with a loud crash. The vultures, Mowgli, and Baloo all fought against Shere Khan. The tiger ran off with a lightning storm, caused a tree to burst into flames, and Mowgli tied a burning branch to his tail. Baloo lay injured and still on the ground. Finally, he opened his eyes and lifted his head. Overjoyed, Mowgli ran, sprung into his friend's arms. With Shere Khan defeated, Baloo, Bagheera, and Mowgli set off into the jungle once again. At long last, they reached the man village. Mowgli climbed a tree to get a good look at a girl he had heard singing down by the watering hole. He couldn't take his eyes off her. To Bagheera's great delight, when the girl saw Mowgli, she smiled at him. The girl dropped her jug and rolled it to where Mowgli stood. He picked up the jug and followed the girl to the man village. He turned around to give Baloo and Bagheera a big goofy grin. "Mowgli is where he belongs now," said Bagheera. Baloo agreed, and they both danced happily back into the jungle. I'm telling you, we need some Christmas stories in this book here, Disney. You're starting to really get to me. I don't know why we're doing the main one of this series. We need to have some happiness, some Christmas stuff. Stay tuned. 20 is next.